Hello there, everyone.
Sorry.
If you did not understand this clip, don't worry about it. That's how it
You're not
should
meant
be.
to.
Yeah, you're.
Just side thing. It's just. I had to do it. It was just hilarious.
Oh man, the good old ravioli. Yep.
That ravioli is just epic.
Oh. Let's all sum the Halo theme together and and cherish the ravioli. Ah,
Oh.
oh man.
Well, welcome everybody to the click.
Yes,
Another wonderful stream. We
another
got
one.
Charlie somewhere around here.
Hey, what up, Charlie?
And Latage, unfortunately, he'll have to watch this
Hey.
later. But
Hang in there, brother.
You got this.
and then there's the good old average. He's somewhere around here.
Yeah, Ohio sucks.
Oh, come on.
Nah.
And then there's Charlie laughing at our ravioli entrance.
Charlie laughing. Yeah, you know, I feel like if you turn off your brain, you can enjoy it for what it is. But yeah.
I just had to do it. Something spontaneous and funny. I had to do it. I saw that and I was just like, all right, this is just.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
Peak of comedy.
Oh man. All right. Well, I suppose let's just go straight into the news of series and everything.
Great. All right.
And I see we have the
the
Life Day buddy in the chat. Hey, yee ravioli. Yep. But yeah. What do we want to start with? Rings of Power, the finale, or the half-season finale of Andor?
I want to wait till we have Aryan for Rings of Power.
I haven't seen Rings of Power. I have no idea about Rings of Power, so maybe
yeah, okay.
He'll be a few minutes late. There's a bunch of other stuff like
Andor.
Not just that. I was digging through some of my old comics.
Ooh, yeah, we can go for comics first. Yeah.
And I pulled this out.
Oh,
Star Wars. You remember the run of the Star Wars? It was just its own.
Was it like the
It's based off the original script that Lucas made. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
nice.
The whole, I think I got the entire set of it. I didn't open all of them. I didn't even read it. I just bought them, put them away.
Oh, that's really cool. Random one on the side for Charlie. Charlie, I mean, you've probably seen the thumbnail, so you've seen that I've been drinking responsibly. No.
Now here's the Empire Strikes Back. They're the other version.
It's reflected. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to see because of the reflection.
Oh,
I'm trying to hold it.
Yeah, no, yeah, we can see it like that. Nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Nice.
I did have all of them. I just didn't open all of the packaging.
Nice.
But yeah, that was a unique run because that was Dark Horse.
Yeah. Look at who we have in the chat.
Sup, Heat?
Aiden, run, Aiden.
It's Aiden's.
You know, I don't even think we need to specify. We'll just leave it at that.
No, I have nothing to say. No comment.
The banking clan will sign your treaty. What's up, Crit? Hope you feel better, buddy. Yeah, we lost. Yeah. I think most people will probably have realized, but we lost Hagrid yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty.
No, definitely harsh one for anyone who grew up with Harry Potter. So yeah, hope he rests in peace.
Rest in peace, dude.
Yeah, he was what?
70 something.
About.
Wasn't it like 72?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen Harry
Roddy
Potter in like
Coltrane.
12 years.
Oh, he's the same age as my father. If he were still here.
So he was like 70. What?
He's
2, right?
30 years older. Yeah, he's 72.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's 30 my years.
Nice. Always drink responsibly. Oh, did we click on it at the same time?
We're doing that again.
Oh no. Okay, I'll just leave it to you. I'm not touching anything.
You're on your phone. Let me do the work.
Yeah, no, I'll let you do it. Always drink responsibly, and yes, I'm on the road listening to you awesome people, and if you do night stream, I will be home around 9ish p.m. All right, Charlie. Drive safe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, indeed.
that was a big one for a lot of people.
Yeah. Definitely. Right. Do you have more comics to go over, or should we just? I mean, we're probably going to talk about Andor for a while, so I think we're still
I've
going
got
to
a
talk
bunch of
about it
comics.
until Arjun is here. All right. Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I have the whole run of this first run. Because there was this run, and then they went into another run after this or something.
Nice.
With the hand or Padme's assistant or whatever it is, that storyline. I can't remember. I was just like, meh. Lots of these ones. I've got a whole stack. It's kind of annoying.
Nice.
Because then we get into when he starts hunting for his lightsaber crystal and stuff.
Nice.
And I think I had the alternate covers. So I think they had like 2 different covers for these.
I think I own that one.
I honestly I can't recall. So I know some of them had like an alternate artwork on them. Some of you.
I know when those are coming out. I bought a few.
Here's where he's actually fighting that dude now.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, it was actually. I liked the series. How he fights to get his lightsaber crystal. He pretty much gets like wrecked. And I can keep going.
Man, we're just like, look, I don't give a shit about what we talk about.
This is actually a pretty sweet cover.
Comics.
Yeah. Comic
Vader's
opening.
like ripped apart and like laying there. See if I can get better lighting. Because he's like bleeding. I think it's a stump that's his leg is just bleeding there. No, that's not his bleeding. He's just in smoke. Never mind. I'm just a dumbass.
Okay.
It's the artwork. You know how Marvel is. They start getting worse and worse over time.
Oh no.
You can't in comics.
Oh no. Leave me alone. Canon comics, give me that
Yep.
Star Wars visionary.
Did you read the books?
Yeah, so I mean, since War is showing so much Star Wars, so I have this limited edition Max Rebo's favorite midnight snacks, ravioli, and I just don't have fucking anything.
Alright, I'm done showing comics.
All right, no, very cool comics. A lot of Vader. I see a pattern.
Oh, of course. If you're gonna get comics, you're gonna get Vader comics, right?
Oh, true.
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
well, should we get into Andor?
Yeah, we can start talking about Andor.
All right, Aiden, kick us off.
Well, if you insist.
I do.
So we're just going to be talking about episode 6.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, pretty
yeah.
much. We can talk about like the entirety of the show.
I know you
sometime
guys-
later.
I know you guys have pretty much already talked about it on previous shit. So, episode 6.
So if you want to talk about the other episodes, go ahead, since you really haven't
don't.
talked about it.
I mean, it's
I'd
all
leave
been
that
great.
for when Arjun is here, like the bigger like conversations about Andor.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Like, let's go over the just the episode, and then we'll later go into further detail.
Well, episode 6 was it was really good. The heist, it was really cool. They did it really well.
Visually,
I think that visually the CGI was phenomenal. The coloring, the lighting, the camera work.
like if you have an HDR screen that's proper HDR and you have your proper color saturating set up on your screen, your brain's gonna blow up on.
It was
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, the eye, absolutely beautiful. Once it started like going, yeah.
it was just such a stunning episode. The story, the characters were all they were all on point. Especially Andor and just all of the way they did it, the timing, the prisoners they took, the way the whole plan pretty much, it didn't work out exactly the way they intended, but it was a good plan. The execution was great. The build up, in the previous episodes was good, and I would say that in this episode, the whole escape and the way the kid gets crushed, the way some of the team dies is it was brutal. I mean, that most people may not realize that that's a pretty horrific way to go.
Yeah,
Getting crushed like that, that's one of the worst ways you can die, and the fact that he was able to like scream to go up was even like very impressive because his whole his organs were crushed essentially, and
Well, he was paralyzed. Like,
yeah,
he was
dead.
Like,
he couldn't
wasn't
move.
dead instantly. Like, he lived long enough to feel that he's paralyzed and very miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andor betraying, Skeen being the one to be like, hey, just get out of here with the money. Split it, 50-50. You take 40 mil, I take 40 mil. Andor shooting him.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to shoot him. And Andor then going and just taking his cut of what he was promised initially and just getting the fuck out of there. I mean, obviously, he's gonna be led to the rebellion because of Rogue One, but this is a good stepping stone because it's just such a great episode. Just there was a build up and it paid off.
No.
I would say that comparatively, it was probably my favorite episode of the show so far. I mean, just even like that whole light show was amazing to look at. It was so, it felt Star Wars. It felt fresh. It felt new, and
It's,
that's all we can really ask for. I mean,
see if I can do this without
good.
screwing something up.
there, I let us off.
What are you trying for?
No, I wanted to.
Oh. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like do this because like I had taken a couple of screenshots of the show while I was watching it, just to be like, dude, these like.
Oh yeah, this shot.
Like,
I absolutely love
I
this
had to
shot.
freeze frame it just to like fuck, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Just the reflection,
like,
even in like
the green lighting on like the outside of the like the glass reflections of the TIE fighter cockpits.
even the Lambda shuttle in the background.
Yeah.
Like, it looks so good.
With,
and then this, like I said, this shot, I was trying to get a good shot from them in the cockpit looking out, but they didn't really have anything. Without it being pixelated and looking really bad.
Yeah,
but I just was like Charlie was saying, pictures like you want to screen like this would like I would want either that or something like that.
Yeah, I think I would honestly want the TIE fighter. It's just like such a cool image.
Like,
yeah, that I 100% agree. That is like one of the coolest shots in the show so far.
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Ah, hello.
I'm not trying to be rude.
Hey,
I'm looking at the pictures I
well,
like.
I was the one that was running late, so.
Nah, it's all good.
Like,
I mean, we haven't really. We have literally just started with like only the episode specifically, the talk, so you're fine.
Good.
But yeah, since Aiden shared his thoughts, Arjun, might as well already give it a go. Episode 6.
Amazing. I mean,
well said. All right, next one.
Yeah, really. Like what's more said, I thought it was really, really good. I'm happy we got the episode before, so I mean, that led into it perfect. Everybody died.
Everybody died.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were...
but yeah, no, very good. And then also, I mean, this week also Rings of Power finale of the season, which I also thought was good. So yeah, I'm happy for sure.
Yeah, definitely. War, you want to share your specific thoughts for episode 6?
I thought they did a really good job on it. It looked amazing. We had an idea that a lot of the people were going to possibly die in the episode because of how they're building up everybody's, interaction with him, because he's got to develop some type of character to want to work more with the rebellion. I mean, he did get the manifesto at the end of the episode.
Very true. Yes.
And that kid was really like meticulous with his stuff. So
yeah,
and he seemed really more heartfelt, which really made it more depressing to watch him die on the table like that.
Yeah.
And to be crushed. Oh my God, crushed syndrome. That's like Aiden said, that's one of the worst ways to die. You're like your internal organs crushed, liquefied, your bones being shattered.
Yeah. No, yeah.
You're like turned into a freaking toothpaste bottle, essentially.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, not good.
No, not good at all. Not good at all.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love the episode as well. Hey, what's up, Mo? Yeah, no, I absolutely love the episode as well. I think, and honestly, the episode 6 was so surreal in a way because it felt so real that I legitimately forgot at times that I was like, sometimes I would like remember that I'm on a stream and that I'm like not like, that I'm just watching it, but like it really like soaked me in personally, which the show has been like very like catching my attention and like keeping my attention, but like this episode, I don't know what it was, but it was like next level, like intense and just
I agree. Edge of your
Um,
seat, man. The whole time, edge of my seat.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I absolutely love every aspect of it, how it built the episode up, like the last bit of preparation phase of them like getting like aligning themselves with the convoy and the other team with the two women preparing
Yeah,
their
she was
scuba
like
dive
freaking out,
mission.
panicking there for a little bit.
Yeah, right. And I thought that was
Almost
also
went to shit.
brilliant
Yeah,
because
she almost ruined the whole thing because of
and
her
it's so
delay.
realistic because I mean, if I mean it's just like they're all human, you know? I
Yeah.
mean, that is like something this is not like normal, you know? It's not something normal to do.
They're
So
not
it's
mercenaries. This is
yeah,
their first
exactly.
like
Like
real
it's
big.
scary. Like
Yeah,
they're doing it
exactly. It's
because
not.
they need to, but at the same time they would never want to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, it just shows you that humanity, that like realism, and just like the danger of being killed. I mean, it's very very real, I just love the fact that the characters are also just aware of the risk of them getting killed.
Yeah, this is
I
a high
love the
risk
interaction.
mission.
Yeah, like I love
Like,
the interaction between the two girls, like when they sort of when the one stays behind and the one like keeps going with the mission and like sort of like them really like being like, all right, you stay safe, like both really like just being aware that, you know, if something goes wrong, one might not make it back. And yeah, I think what Andor is also like doing so well is like they're building these characters up so we have if like a sense of responsibility for them, and then they just like literally if on the first watch I was wondering, and a lot of us were wondering, like where did Gorn go, just for me to rewatch it and also watch YouTube videos to realize he died in the split second on screen. Like I didn't even notice it at first. Like that's how I think it's brilliant because it just shows you death is final and no like
yeah,
it
it is.
doesn't matter what character you are. Like there are no main characters in this like league. So if you die, you're dead, you know, and there's nothing glorious about it. You're just dead. And I think that's really what I think makes Andor great because it just grounds it in reality. Yeah, no, absolutely love the show. Yeah, the episode was amazing, visually stunning, and yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was really amazing. It was the build
No.
up was it worth the wait? Yeah, I think so. They had to
Yeah.
build up the
It
characters.
was for sure, definitely. And at first I was like, oh, like, I didn't mind the episode at all, but I understand that some people were like, oh, did we need this episode? And then the next, now with the eyes, it's just like, yeah, it was totally necessary. It made
Yeah,
all the deaths of the people
Yeah.
so much more impactful.
Exactly.
yeah, and also with what's his name? Like the dude that suddenly like revealed that he's just in for the money.
Yeah.
Oh man,
My brother's not real.
Yeah, like my brother's not real, and then and that's the brilliant thing. There are
It's
like
just
already like edits on YouTube that like show this perfectly in just a few minutes. But if you go back, like now the scenes make so much sense in a different way because before we just thought he was like careful and like you know like trying to figure out if Andor is a spy, but no, he was trying to figure out if Andor is the same kind of person as he is, who would
yeah.
like kill
yeah.
everyone for the money.
Is he in it just for the money? Can I get him to want to like break away from everybody else and rip
Right.
off and
So
Yeah, he got me
everybody?
fooled. I didn't expect that at the end there. I
no, me
figured
neither.
they were friends now after the brother story, but no.
And then the quick draw by Andor. Holy
Oh man, just executions is a thing in this series.
yeah! How many people has he executed so far? Like at least two, right?
At least
Yeah.
two straight up.
Three.
Like yeah,
You're straight up
three.
just fast.
Yeah, no, I'm very, and I mean that's the crazy part, and I love it so much. This is not the finale of the season. We've literally just reached half point. Like we
Yeah.
have an entire rest of the season in front of us.
That feels so weird because this was like would have been a perfect finale, right? I guess you guys would agree.
I feel like in terms of
Yeah.
like shows of Star Wars we've had so far, we could have expected this to be the finale. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's 6 more episodes.
6 more episodes.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
And almost none of the stuff from the trailers from that, except the clones too. So we have
Yeah,
like
the
no idea
clones!
what to
Maybe we
expect.
saw-
Clones and Death Troopers, but I mean, hey, that just means the spicy stuff is still coming. So
Yeah, what
know?
the hell?
I need
I mean,
those
that's the thing.
clones.
Like, this is already so good, and we haven't even touched like the really spicy stuff. I feel like, this is already great. It's just gonna get even better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. It's a great show.
And Avela says episode gets a 9 out of 10, and obviously losing 1 point because there was no holiday special. Yep,
Get out of
Yeah.
here.
Typical.
typical.
I did
I-
like
I guess you
Gorn
guys
getting
were.
killed real quick
I'll be
right
right
at the
back.
beginning of that altercation.
Mhm.
I said I did also notice how Gorn got killed off real quick at the beginning of the altercation
Yeah.
when things started
Yeah.
to fall apart.
Yeah, the one
That was
like
kinda-
yeah, like the tech dude that like led the Imperial like troopers to the thing because he heard their comms. Like, he straight up shot Gorn right in the chest, and Gorn didn't even have a weapon. Like,
Yeah.
dude
I like
was
how
like,
Gorn was trying to use his rank to still like tell them, "Oh no, it's all right.
Yeah,
just
it's okay.
Just
It's
leave.
special
You're
mission.
supposed
Get
to
out of
listen
here.
to me. Get out of
yeah,
here."
And then the one guy just like
yeah, then he just decides to die. Yeah,
That
That was another crazy death. That was funny.
Great.
Yeah.
I like
I heard
the
somebody. I
the
don't
new
remember
deaths
who it
added to
was.
Star Wars.
He said, "Yeah, was it the belt that gave him the heart attack? Because they had
Oh,
to push
yeah,
the
like-
belt."
Yeah.
It was too tight.
There's
Choked
Yeah,
him
too
out.
many saturated fats, and he's been sitting on his bum
And
like.
he's just he just expanded too much.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Expanded till he popped.
Yeah, that was
somehow
great, too.
expanded into a pop.
Too-
TIE fighters again. Oh, you guys were already talking about it. Holy shit, man!
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
They brought the TIE fighters back.
Yeah.
I honestly like.
It's scary.
Yeah, just the
Like-
fighter jet vibes of like the
Yeah.
dudes like climbing down the ladder and jumping the last bit and then like
Yeah.
opening the cockpit.
The scene in the cockpit.
Jumping
I mean,
in.
that is.
Dude, there were so many shots of the TIE fighters like flipping switches on the inside of the. I love
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah, I
on the
love that too. Yep.
And then just the display screens of it all like
Yeah.
starting up and booting
Oh yeah,
up.
it's like scrambling because like there's so many interferences, so they can't
Mhm.
use their
'cause
lock-on
of the,
system. Gotta fly and shoot manually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the eye, the way that it looked was so good, man.
The way they
Um,
got ripped apart going through trying to
Yeah.
fight the freighter, they were Swiss cheesed in the grater. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, that was really dumb. Since TIEs definitely don't have
yeah.
shield generators,
Not
so it'd be
only that,
like the
they're,
worst ship to try that with.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
ultra thin too, so there's like nothing
Yeah,
on those things.
I'm surprised they didn't just like turn away.
Dedicated.
Because I mean, it's kind of
Nah,
like,
fuck it.
yeah, I mean, they stole payroll, but is it really? I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to shoot it down. The
It's
payroll is
not worth it.
gone anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
Brutal.
But I think what I'm really excited for next episode is because we got a tease of what the Empire is going to do next, which is preparing plans for well, I don't even know. They didn't really specify for what exactly, but I guess like for yeah, a
I
strike
feel like they're
against.
gonna
Oh yeah.
start
I
clamping
mean-
down and sending out more troops.
I mean,
Hmm.
they all assembled in the room, in the conference room, so to say, where they're like, nobody
Yeah.
leaves.
This might be the point where our Imperial officer, the female, is going to get her like green light to investigate further into this rebel
Mhm.
rebel insurrection.
They'll be like, yeah, something's going on now, so maybe.
yeah, and like,
go look at
okay,
that.
she was onto something maybe. So let's let her go free, go nuts, you know.
I can see that.
Yep. But yeah.
Yeah, it's so brutal, the show, man.
Yeah. I mean, literally, like Nemec just getting crushed. Like,
Man,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like this character so much. It's a little sad that he died.
yeah,
And
Yeah, I
I
just
also feel
envisioned a
like
crushed hip.
normally you'd be like, oh, maybe he'll come back, but that is not the case.
and I mean, really, just like it feels so tragic through and through because, like, first you're like, oh no, because like the sound design of like when he gets crushed is pretty definitive in how bad it is.
I have to go
And then
back
him
and
like
listen
being
to that.
dragged and being like, I don't feel my
It
legs.
takes off.
Yeah.
The initial burst
Smash.
of how they take off, everybody got flung. It's just
Mhm.
Yeah.
nah, man. He did.
Nope.
He
Yeah,
probably
no.
would have died if
he-
they wouldn't have given him that injection, like right there.
Yeah, he just died by like 20,000 credits or something.
And he still saves the day. Oh, and he dies.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And that's the other
Classic
thing
Star
that I
Wars
think,
death.
but I think that's
Right?
the other thing that's brilliant about it because then like Trader dude, he's like, "Oh yes, like we should land at the planet with the doctor to save the boy." But if you think about it now knowing
He
that he's a
takes his
traitor,
chance. Yeah.
truly this is just a stop before their end stop with Luthen. So he
Yep.
has an opportunity to steal the money, which is like
He's like, this is my
it's
chance.
it's so good. Like the
It
It
writing
makes
is
it
he
even
couldn't
more
fly.
fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, like he didn't care about Nemec. He just wanted an
No.
opportunity to talk to Andor alone to
Yeah.
make him join his plan.
Yeah. I did wonder if he was hesitating on actually killing those two, though, and if he was just looking for an opportunity to ditch them without killing them, the girl and Nimic.
I think he would have not like avoided killing them, but because I mean he did say that he's a rebel at heart or something. But yeah, I definitely think he didn't mind the fact that like the Imperial troopers did some of that work for him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he did.
Because
yeah. Without
especially
losing
Gorn
that
and
much of the team, he wouldn't have had the opportunity.
yeah, exactly.
And he just needed Cassian to fly the ship out of there for him rather.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, he was like, "Yeah, not happening."
Nope, he quick drawed his ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, totally deserved it though too.
I mean,
actually
yeah,
did
no,
feel
did.
bad about Gorn though, because his motivations were one thing. I was actually happy they explained to us. So
Hmm.
then seeing, I guess his last second, chance to be like, "Hey, get out of here." I could
Yeah,
actually really
yeah,
connect
no,
with that. Like,
definitely.
damn, he was trying up to the end just to use his cover.
Yeah, I agree. Like Gorn was definitely, he was an intriguing character and probably had the most truthful and like honest intentions of them all, probably. Because like
Yeah,
his
he's just
intentions were literally by like just like having realized what the empire truly stands for. I think there's not really a truer intention of rebellion than that.
yeah,
Like having seen the dark side himself, experiencing it, having worked in it. I mean, he even says it to his old boss, like hanging, like 7 years serving under you, I deserve
Yeah, I
far
deserve
worse than
much
that.
worse
Yeah.
than that.
Like he is so just aware of his actions and that he contributed to this evil.
Yeah,
yeah.
he.
It affected him finally because he lost a loved one where he fell in love with one of the natives,
That
and
was like the realization point for him. Yeah.
yeah, he's like, "Oh, damn, this is what I've been doing to everybody."
Right, exactly. Like that's what I've been doing for 7 years to everyone, or like 6 years or whenever she died.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing. Like even small characters, I mean small characters, but like pretty much all characters that have dialogue in the show feel like they just give off the feel that they have a life, that they have a life off screen that they are following along, having real problems, having real conversations, and it's really good. It's something we're not necessarily used to from past Star Wars shows where the dialogue was sort of like, okay, my ship is broken. I need parts to repair it. I will do this bounty for you. Okay, thank you. Now go on
Not
your
at
way.
all. It's such a
Yeah.
different style of show, like the one-off episodes of Mandalorian. I mean, I like that too, but this
Right,
feels
I like that, but it's like
full way through.
its
Yeah,
own niche thing. It works
Yeah.
for bounty hunter show, but yeah.
Yeah, it definitely adds more complexity to the show. More conflicting feelings. Where you're like,
Indeed.
I feel for this guy, but at the same time, like you get that Gorn. I mean, he wasn't. He understood that what he was putting at risk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I love how the natives burned the goat hide.
yeah,
immediately. You're like,
I thought they were
the trash away.
I thought they were gonna rebel this whole time, where there was
you were so
chanting and
mad.
stuff, and I was like, "Oh, it's about to pop off with them too, or something, or some kind of distraction." But it didn't. But
Yeah, no, they
the
held back.
exchange of the goat hide.
yeah,
No,
Theirs looked all nice and presentable. The Empire's just is like some raggedy ass
some random fucking
goat turd of a hide.
Yeah. But yeah, it was also like just not like what also like just grounded it was like the reaction of the natives to the eye. Like they
Yeah,
cried.
very
Like this
well.
is like a religious event for them
Yeah.
that only happens so and so many times. So it was, yeah.
If anybody has
Um,
any pictures to present of the, go ahead. But I don't have any saved other than what I showed earlier.
Yeah. We're all like modern Star Wars fans. Like, just look it up.
Yeah.
You know, we can't do all the work for you.
It's great.
No, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, not really too much to add to that. I think
Just the excitement about all the open possibilities going forward.
I can definitely tell you though that my next thumbnail for the watch party is probably going to be like, I want my clones.
Finally, you're
clone.
starting it. You're getting like me.
Oh.
You're going, where are my clones?
Well, I mean, now I'm like, all right, we have like the halfway finale, so come on, we can get those clone boys now.
At least show us a little bit of them.
You know, Maul, I was even thinking, I don't think it's going to happen, but I thought that would be even, like, would be absolutely killer. Imagine if we get, like, a flashback of, like, during the Clone Wars, so Phase 1 boys, and then, like, when it's getting close to Imperial era, then we have, like, another one with, like, later Clone Wars / Imperial era with Phase 2s.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But I think we're just going to get Phase 2s, and honestly, I couldn't be more happy with that alone. So
Yeah, they look really good.
yeah, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for those like, and it's not like it's just gonna be one scene. We already know it's gonna be more than that because we have the one shot of them marching, we have the one shot of them aiming, we have the one shot of them like where you can barely see them behind the person, which I presume is maybe Andor or someone. So we have like 3 different shots of Phase 2s, which means there's definitely more than one scene with Phase 2. So yeah, pretty excited. And everyone just vanishes.
Sorry, I am
You know, you
expecting-
can just say if Maul and I are talking too much about clones. You know, it's all right. We're used to it.
getting my groceries
no,
delivered.
I would like to see them too.
It's an addiction.
Actually, yeah. I mean, I would like to see them, but it's not like, oh, it's gotta happen right now. Like,
No,
really, that's
no,
the
I
thing
mean-
with this show, where it's like, there's nothing that I'm like, oh, this is definitely needs to happen in the show for it to be good for me or something.
No,
Like,
that's
I have none of those
totally
feelings.
Not to make the show good. I'm just
No,
excited.
I'm
'cause I
not
know
saying
it's
you
coming.
guys are saying that, but that's what I'm thinking that is so outstanding about this show. That there's nothing that we're like, looking out for like, oh, we know that
Yeah.
Vader's gonna show up at the end or something,
No.
and it needs that.
No.
No, not at all. That's
He's no
That's
Vader.
nice.
To be fair though, I feel like all of us are not that kind of Star Wars fan who's like,
Mm.
oh, I need this. I mean, I think we're all pretty like,
It's
like,
not really a
dense.
need, but it's like for the Kenobi show, for instance, you know that moment is gonna happen. You're like looking forward to it.
But I mean, for like shows like Mandalorian or this, like I think we're all pretty against like just cameos for the sake of cameos.
Oh hell yeah, 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 we
Like
are.
I mean, I personally don't even consider like clones a cameo because I mean they're just that's part of the universe, you know. They're
They're
just a
a
huge
facet
part
of
of the
that era.
timeline. Yeah. So I mean I don't consider that fan service. I don't consider that a cameo. That's just good Star Wars because
No,
makes
it makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that was another show this week that we
That
watched.
had its finale.
All right,
That
I'll
had
be
its
back, but I'm
finale.
not talking about this.
You're not talking about. Oh, you're gonna leave.
No,
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
I do have to check out. I was just want to drop in for Andor because I'm not at home, but it was good chatting, and I'll be in the comments.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Sounds
All right,
good.
man.
Take care.
See you guys.
So Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, man.
Yep. Finale.
That was one that I did know beforehand what to expect of the finale, because
The finale
felt like-
bamboozled me multiple times.
yes. Well, first thing is, are you happy with it?
Yes.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think I very much it was like making you very confused and making you question what you know or what you've learned in the show, but it
Yeah.
did it so well, and like in the times when you needed to understand it, you understood it instantly because of the cues they gave you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, no, I think it's I really have a feeling of like I just want to like keep watching, you know. I need the next
Yeah,
episode like next
It's really
week.
sad that the episode ended now, or the
Yeah.
season ended now. Well,
But
but that's good that we're looking forward to more.
no, definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to season 2. Yeah, I
and
don't
you
know. I
four?
mean, I guess we'll just dive right into the
Yeah.
more detailed parts of the episode.
Yes. 4, any thoughts? Rings of Power? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you absolutely hate it? Nah,
I really enjoyed it.
nice.
There's a few things I was a little,
I think we all have those, but
but yeah, overall I was.
Yeah.
I
I mean, the like a notice in front, like War is probably like the most knowledgeable person of like the like Lord of the Rings lore previously.
it's
on
gonna
the
have
panel
issues
right now.
probably or something. Oh, you mean
Right, so
4?
like
Yeah.
I know there are like timeline issues,
Yeah.
which I mean
Gandalf.
I don't,
Yeah.
Gandalf
Right.
is the big thing. I mean, and it's pretty. I mean, you can say that it's Gandalf because the quote at the end,
yeah,
I mean,
the quote at the end, excuse me, I mean that
it
confirms
has
it.
to be. Yeah,
If you
Exactly.
if you have a heart, like if you don't know your way, always follow your nose. Excuse me, like come on.
Yeah.
exactly.
Somebody wanted.
But I mean, okay, but apart from the timeline issue, I still feel like the way they did it in their way was still respectful of like of the overall story of the world, I suppose. And so like even though it's like not timeline wise correct, I still feel like it's been done well in their like in that version, you know?
I have no issues with it because I'm not that deep into it. Like, if you were to ask me before the show, oh, do you know about the timeline where Gandalf showed up? I couldn't have answered that. And I know that it doesn't add up because, well, basically because of 4 told me so. But, yeah. No.
Well, not only that, and even in the Lord of the Rings movies, Gandalf wasn't there when the ring was cut off of Sauron's hand.
No.
And that's like he didn't come over until like way later.
So, yeah, I mean,
but
we'll see.
Moving on to something great in the show is like the guessing who's Sauron.
Who's
They did so
Sauron?
well. Yeah, it was a constant back and forth through the whole season.
Yeah,
And I think we all had the feeling of Hellbrand. There's something doesn't add up straight from the beginning, where it's like something's off about him.
yeah,
And yes, I
always
mean then
was
it
this.
confirms it.
yeah.
Yeah, he was probably the one that definitely injured himself at
But
the end of
from-
the last episode, so he would be taken to the elves for healing.
Going from at first we were like, oh, is it? Well, we can say Gandalf now that landed in the
Yeah.
meteor, or and like
Which-
thought that might be Sauron. Then it was the Uruk, where it's like, oh, might that be him?
Well,
And then I turned
Yeah.
it back to Hellbrand again. It was
Which-
very good.
I love that these like creepy like white skinned dudes or women,
Mm,
really not 100% sure, that they mistake Gandalf for Sauron because like Gandalf
an
and
Ishtar.
Sauron are like the same kind of being.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're the same.
So it makes total
Yeah.
sense, and they're like them like kind of realizing, oh, it's not him. It like it's or like it's him. It's not
It's an
Sauron.
Ishtar.
Ishtar, that's what they call it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
That was very
absolutely
good.
love that whole interaction. Yeah.
And then the scene when at the forge at the Elven
Yeah.
City. I mean, that was something off about that whole vibe that was going on there from the moment that Halbrand walked into like basically to the forge and was like, oh, let's go and try to make this. Maybe you should add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And it's like,
Yeah.
man,
Seen and the
like-
unseen.
yeah,
Yeah. Like,
very well. And that was obviously the moment where, well, at least I did it, I guess. Where people
Yeah.
was like, okay, this is like something's gonna go down right here,
Yeah.
and there's something off about him.
Yeah, and I absolutely loved the whole dialogue and the whole scene with Galadriel and Sauron.
Man,
Like,
yeah, the mind
because, I
trick
mean,
scene.
Yeah.
Man,
And I think my favorite, like, just visual shot is probably when they're on the water and then the camera like pans up
On the
and it
raft.
has the
You
shadow
Yeah.
see
of, like,
Sauron with his
Sauron's
crown and
armor,
her
the
with her.
crown.
yep,
And
super cool.
that's even like I love how many like just like dialogue hints they gave to later stuff like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings with Galadriel, like with Sauron having considered her as his queen. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure in The Hobbit or maybe in Lord of the Rings, but it's like it's being mentioned there at some point that there was something, you know, between the two in that sense.
Yeah,
That there's like more history,
and
personal
with this
history.
story, it totally makes sense. Where they're like, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Man, super cool.
And I love that Sauron is like exposing Galadriel's like blind trust or her blind rage for Sauron, that she was willing to accept just like without knowing
Anything.
what Hellbrand has done, like just accept that whatever
Yes.
like whatever evil he has done, like it's worth for the cause to kill Sauron, just not
What he
realizing that-
said made total sense. But it's like,
Yeah.
like you forgave me pretty much. I told
yeah,
you,
like you
and
said
you were good with it.
I told you I sinned. I've done
Yeah.
bad things.
and it actually, I think it's actually, it makes you think quite a bit, because I mean he's right in a way, you know. I mean if she really meant what she said in the terms
From
of
a
like
different
she
point of view.
forgives him, then that would really question her morals in terms of like, oh, just because it's Sauron that changes it.
Well, you can see her struggle with that in that moment.
Yeah.
Where it's like, fuck, he's right. Is he?
Is
Yeah.
he? No, he's evil. Like I will like, try to
Exactly.
kill him anyway. Like
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think, I mean, the reveal of Hellbrand being Sauron, I think, was done perfectly, and I
Yep.
absolutely cannot wait to see Hellbrand like just not faking his personality, now just being Sauron, like in the
Man.
Yeah, now he can just
second
be outright
season.
evil, not
Yeah.
care about anybody, just use his power as is.
Dude, I want to see like you know in Lord of the Rings when the Witch King is like being you know when his servants are putting his armor on. I want to see that, but it's Sauron. You know, them just putting on like everything, the crowned helmet, like ah.
I'm curious who he gave a ring to when he was in Numenor.
Oh, so that's another thing, right? The rings.
Ooh, yeah.
That needs
I
to be
bet
dwarven.
that little
and...
pouch he's carrying has
Ah,
had
that is
something
true.
in it.
Yeah.
Ah, that is
All
true.
those rings
So,
should have been already forged at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Technically,
That's the point I wanted to go to. Like, there should be more rings at this point,
yeah.
not just elven rings.
right.
The
Yeah, I
elven
think
rings were like the last ones that were made, technically, before he made
think-
his ring.
I think we were like theorizing that it's most likely that he has already like given like the kings of men their
Yeah.
rings already.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
was sort of like the final
These was the
sort of
final rings that he had to hand out were the ones to the Numenorians
yeah. Yep.
because they don't want to die, and that was their like biggest thing is his promise of eternal life,
Yep.
and that the rings will give you this extended life. And as the longer that they had the ring, the more they became lich-like.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, what about Frog? Yes.
He's at the bottom of the pit.
He's
Yeah.
at the bottom of Khazad-dûm, and he will remain there for a while.
That was just like a little
Yeah,
tease,
always.
actually, in hindsight, right? We saw him
Yeah.
wake up, and that's just, we haven't gotten anything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I'd still say we got our fair share of Balrogs. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
we
I didn't
any more
need
than
it.
that.
Like at the beginning, it's cool to see. I didn't need it.
I really like the like when they were talking about like their like ancient history of the elf who put his like light essence into the tree
Yeah, and the
and like
fight
to
of the
defeat the Balrog. That was really cool.
and then the
visual.
strike of lightning onto the tree, which
Yeah.
is the creation of.
Yep.
Good
Exactly.
episode, good finale for sure. I was happy with it.
Indeed. Yes.
Totally
And then
was.
But yeah,
and
that's
also,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just a little thing with the old king guiding. I don't remember her
Oh,
name.
yeah.
I'm really bad with remembering new
much-
characters' names in these shows right now.
Yeah, same here.
But she uncovered the Palantir. So
How deeply did she look into it?
Yep.
I mean, the king warned her that he looked too deep into it when he did.
And it messed him up. He can't see what's front, back,
And
present.
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, Sauron is heading back to Mordor, so he's gonna have all the time in the world to check all the channels in terms of
Yeah.
Palantir. So
Yep. Man, so much to
very
come.
intriguing.
Exciting. That's
I mean,
exciting. Yeah, that's very exciting. I do hope that they do something about explaining the other rings that are supposed to be there.
Flashback.
Maybe they switched it up and we do get to see a flashback, or we do still get to see the creation of them and them handing them out.
I think once he creates his master ring, that might like trigger like him revealing what he's been working on all those years.
That is
Yeah.
the trigger point. That's when the elves realized that's what was. Like,
Yes.
they take their rings off because he was. That's.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Because I mean, the elves, I mean, they were like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they were still smarter than anyone else because they were
Yeah.
like free or needed to have balance.
Balance. Yep.
Right.
But they just didn't account for the fact that it had a trap built into them in terms of the master ring.
Oh yeah, nobody had foreseen it.
No, I mean it's never been done before, but the like brilliant thing about it, I think, really is, and I know Tolkien has sort of explained that himself at some point, that the ring itself is not even Sauron's idea. It's been like a more established idea in Middle Earth, but he's just used that idea and turned it into something evil, which I think he explains in the way that like people that seek to do evil are never creating anything themselves. They use the inventions of others and turning them into something they were not meant for to do evil, which just grounds it so much more, I think. Yep.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, we still have Andor to watch. We're gonna wait
We're
patiently for
getting
Lord of
close
the
to
Rings
Tales of
season
the
2.
Jedi, right?
Tales of the Jedi is coming soon, right?
26th, so next week somewhere.
Next week
Two
already? No, like
week
2
and a
weeks,
half.
right?
2 weeks? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
close. Um,
It's close, and
yeah,
that will release all at once, the entire thing. Yeah.
I think that too. So that's very nice.
I don't know how we're gonna do that because I know that we're definitely only going to watch Andor like in the morning, and then maybe in the evenings.
What
I don't
day
know
does
yet.
it release? Does it release on also like Wednesday? Yeah,
It
does.
releases at the exact same time,
Man.
like all of it. So
Yeah,
like you
we'll
have
figure
one
that
episode
out
of
in terms
Andor
of
and
watch
everything
parties
Tales of
or
the Jedi.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So
definitely something to look forward to.
this is an interesting way they set up Isildur for setting up Gondor.
Yes.
Because
Yeah. I mean, Isildur is
Elendil
still
is
in the
back
Earth.
at Numenor, and they're
Ah,
gonna have to send him. He's gonna have to leave to go up, found
Yeah.
the other. I'm curious what they're gonna get. Numenor.
Yeah. And I wonder if they're. I mean, they probably will like next season. They will probably also start establishing characters like Elrond, like, or I mean, or well, that might be a bit too early, but
They still have a lot of other stuff to build up.
yeah,
Because
maybe
you
like
still
at
have
the
the
end.
well, here's where because he
I mean, how many
goes.
seasons are confirmed? Like, is it like just like sort of always after one season, like the next one gets confirmed, or
let
is
me
there like
see
a
if I can
plan?
find that because I don't actually know if.
Because I could
honestly,
totally see it only being 2 seasons, but I mean, I could also see it being 3, I suppose.
could be even longer. I mean,
Yeah, it could be. It just depends on how much detail they go into, right?
right?
I mean, let's not ignore the fact that like each episode has
Okay.
been 1 hour.
Over here it says 5 seasons are planned for this
5,
epic fantasy. That is a lot, man.
Yeah, it's a
5
long story.
seasons of 1 hour episodes. Fuck yeah.
Well, it
Yeah, but
doesn't say anything yet. Yeah, I'm reading it at different sites and stuff that they're all saying
Never
like it's
mind.
planned to
I
have
take
5
everything
seasons.
back. Aragorn, if he even gets mentioned, is like last season.
That feels like a lot in terms of what we already got in terms of story in this season. 5
Man,
seasons,
but
I'm
honestly,
down.
I think that's great to hear because I think we all want as much like gritty history of like the Nazgul, like Middle Earth, and how all the factions like had conflicts with one another until they all gathered together to fight
The War for the
Sauron.
Rings.
I guess I totally love this season. It's like the very very start where we get an explanation of what went down in the history again. They have this little clip of it, right? It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. So yeah,
Yeah. I'm not watching House of Dragons, so I have no input on that. But
I've watched it. The last episode, I can say, pulled me back in a little bit more because I was a little bit complaining about it last week.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think that 4 watched it or Aiden.
I don't have.
No, so we'll leave that for a second time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff.
Nice. Yeah, it really seems like we're getting a lot of just good, good
Quality shows.
polished content.
3 quality shows at the same time. I mean, 1 is done now, but that is pretty special right there.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's really nice to just look forward to a show legitimately, not have to worry about it. Like with things like Book of Boba and even Kenobi, like I enjoyed Kenobi
yeah.
more than Book of Boba, but you still did not feel safe enough to just trust the show to be good. I feel like with Andor and Rings of Power, that weight has been just taken off your shoulders and made you feel safe.
It's funny because like you say with Andor and with with Rings of Power too, where I go into an episode and you have the same feeling of what's gonna happen, but it's in a good way instead of going into Book of Boba Fett where it's like, oh boy, here we go, what they're gonna show me now. Yeah. So yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Did you guys want to talk about like your other channels?
I mean,
it's not here.
Not
no extra channels for me.
I don't
Some
know.
of you actually do have other things going on.
We don't have to drag it out. I mean, yes.
No, I think it's good to call it. I think it's good to call it. We discussed the most important two shows for us. I would
JT.
say. Aha.
Hola.
JT, what is up, man?
Hey, what up? Yeah, we just JT. Just so you know, we just finished the Andor and the Rings of Power conversation. But if you want to like add something, hop in for sure.
By all means, yeah.
Yeah, like
if there's something you like, I need to share this with you.
You're fired up to tell us about it. Like, yeah. No, sorry, but Arjun, you wanted to say something.
No, I was just ready to wrap it up. Honestly, I think we covered our topics.
Yeah. All right. So JT, if you want to like give your input, like jump in quick.
Let us know now.
Let us know now, or be silenced forever. Okay, not forever, but
forever.
Never.
Well, he has the invite. I sent it to him if he wants to join.
Well, let's wait a few seconds.
Nice. Yeah. No, yeah, I mean channel-wise,
yeah,
I mean
shout it out.
We're all pretty busy right now, so I mean, and I mean the click is really not about that, but yeah.
No.
We'll probably set up like a friends of the channel tab soon, and then you can just like throw yourself into the pit of doom and madness.
It's good to say that we're doing the watch parties on Wednesday morning. Well, morning for us over at your channel.
Yeah, so
people want to go watch that.
For 721 if you want to be part of or watch along with us the Andor episodes, which we watch on release. Actually, this week I'm not 100% sure because my dad's birthday is on Tuesday and I'll be visiting him, so I'll have to like clear that up if I can stream there in the morning. But yeah, I'll keep it out.
Usually it is,
tab and yeah.
Sure. Okay, then I think we should we should call it. Got anything to add for? You want to shout out a channel? Your different projects?
No, I do want to shout out one thing.
Okay.
Oh no! Ravioli.
Ravioli. No. From a can? Damn.
Man, student life, you know.
Yeah,
hey,
there you go,
do
man.
what you gotta do.
Sure.
All right, let me see if I can do this.
Yes, everybody.
All right.
Good night.
Well,
hope
everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Probably next week again.
Yep.